All the books in the bookstore is about Dunhuang, and you can read these books here for free, or you can order coffee. You can also see all these books under your foot on the floor, and you can order a coffee here. Read some books. Yes, you can Susie. You can see Susie is reading the lines on the wall. I also find some books in foreign language, like in, I think, English. Yeah, you see, like this stamp journey, ceramics, extant Dunhuang painting and murals. Yeah, and in Korean language. Silk Road. Like this one. Taxi toll from Dunhuang. Dunhuang, a city to the sea. After 4 days' journey in Dunhuang, I think it's time to share some useful tips for foreign tourists. First, after communication with local drivers or the guide, the best time to visit Dunhuang is middle October to middle November. At that time, the weather is good and not so many people. So, like the rooms, everything, the price is more reasonable and affordable. And the best part is you can see quite a great autumn view there, like the yellow leaves of the trees and something else. And the second one is, if you want to visit Dunhuang, I highly suggest you read some books or other, to see some videos before you're coming. Otherwise, you may be disappointed if you don't know all this background, or you don't know the content of the Buddhism. It's very hard to understand those murals and statues. So, I highly suggest you to see I think that video made by NHK what is a Japanese TV channel. The third one is the place to visit. It's quite far from each other, so normally maybe you can just visit 2 or 3 most one day. Like for the West Line, you can visit the Yangguan Pass, Yumenguan Pass, and the Yadan Geography Park. Like for me, we visit Yangguan and Yumenguan at the second day, but under the consideration of the drive time, we didn't go to the Yadan Geography Park. So, yeah, you must give enough time for your trip schedule. And the fourth one is, for Chinese, of course, I highly suggest to drive by yourself. But for foreign tourists, maybe it's not very easy to use the navigator or to rent a car to prepare the drive license. So you can rent a car with a driver to do the one-day tour, because most of this journey are very major in Dunhuang. As I said, the West Line and the East Line to visit the Yulin Caves and the Suoyang Castle. Yeah, so I suggest you to book this one-day tour, so you have a guide, have a car, and not very expensive. I think you can ask for more information from the employer in your hotel. The fifth, about the food. Local food, mainly it's lamb. I think it's the fried lamb and the boiled lamb and baked lamb and beef. The donkey meat is very famous there, so you can try if you want. But the lamb is really good. There are 2 airports in Beijing now, Beijing Capital and Beijing Daxing. Beijing Capital Airport is the older one and located in the northeast of Beijing, and Beijing Daxing is the new one located at south part of Beijing. Both of them, the distance to the city center, I think is similar. Maybe the Beijing Capital is a little bit nearer than Daxing. But what's the most important thing is the traffic to the city center. There is always traffic jam on the way to the Beijing capital, but seldom traffic jam to Beijing Daxing Airport. Both of these airports, they are international flights and domestic flights. So, for me, because I lived in the south part of Beijing, I prefer to choose departure from this airport. On the other side, because the Beijing Daxing Airport is the new one, and the design, I think, like the restaurants, shops, there are more choices here and more convenient. Anyway, you can choose.